hi, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope everyone is doing really, really well today. Hey, and welcome. Yeah, so apologies for the late start to the stream. Yeah, today's been busy. It's been a busy one. I don't want to go into it on stream. Nothing serious, but just like lots of little things. And about 1 o'clock, I realized I was probably not going to be able to stream at 3 o'clock, and then I moved it till 4 o'clock. And then I realised probably not going to be able to make it 4 o'clock. But yeah, I'm here. We're here. And hey to everyone in the chat. Hey Osh. Hey James. Hey Chloe Zeman. Hey, how you doing? Hey Cade. This Port of Doom is what reintroduced me to Doom. This is Doom 95. My childhood. Nice, nice. Hey to Jesse. Hey to Unteleported Man. Hope everyone's having a good day. So yeah. On Wednesday, we did the first Retro Roulette. It was really fun. It was a really good time. We're doing another one of those on Wednesday. I'll set that stream up at the end of this stream. I'll set all that up. Next weekend, I'm doing a Archipelago. Now, it's funny because Vitan put their video up and Spectre, those three put up a really amazing Archipelago. And it's funny because about 2 hours before that, I literally said to Yoshi Chief, we should do an Archipelago because we both stream. And so next weekend, I'm going to be playing Doom here on the channel, and they're going to be playing Super Mario 64 on their stream. And we're going to do an Archipelago. It's going to be really fun. I'm going to make a new layout so that people can see like the stream and all that. It's going to be really, really, really fun. Are the old 360 ports compatible with Xbox Series? Yes, they are actually. You can play them on the Xbox Series consoles if you own them. If you don't own them, you need to get the BFG edition of Doom free, put that into the Xbox Series X, and it'll actually just give you the arcade versions, which is pretty cool. Doing great today, Doom in HD. That's not possible. Hey Ark, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. But yeah, so that's the stream plan for the week ahead. Wednesday is going to be the Retro Roulette, and then on Saturday next week, it's going to be Archipelago, which is going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be fun. But for today, what we're going to do, we're going to dive straight into some Doom. So yes. Yes, so this is the Xbox 360 port of Doom, and you know this because when you click into the achievements, you can see achievies. Yeah, so this is the original. The PS3 port of Doom, and Doom 2 is pretty awesome in some ways. So I've never actually played the PS3 version, interestingly. And that's because I didn't really play the PS3 until very late in its lifespan. Because I was more of a 360 kid, you know. I was a kid, I was stupid. Oh, just let me sort that out. I'll just put my my volume down. The Retro Roulette was during the week. This is much closer to a type of AVL emulation. Yes, so the Retro Roulette was during the week. Let me just turn up the music volume. There we go. Better. Damn, it's from 2021. Too bad the Dreamcast didn't have an official port, which would be interesting. It would. So yeah, let's dive in and let's talk about this version of Doom. We're going to play on Ultraviolence, obviously. So this is Doom on the Xbox 360. So if you've never played the Xbox 360 version of Doom, you probably won't even be aware of like the differences. There's a lot going on in this version. Going to turn the music down just a touch. That music is quite loud. I really like the Duke 3D Xbox Live port. It's quick save system. Yeah, no, it was really cool. It was really, really cool. I agree with you on that one. Getting the speed difference due to... Yeah, and also that's the same for all sounds in this version. Yeah, the Xbox 360 port, this is a port that got me well into Doom again. Because this arrived just as I bought my first Xbox 360. Take you out. But yeah, the sad thing is you can't buy this from the Microsoft Store anymore, unfortunately. It was delisted quite a few years ago, unfortunately. So unless you hunt down a copy of BFG edition of Doom, you really can't experience this. Tron is getting got matched to a guy who just circles strafed around me, hanger killing me over and over. Oh yes, hey Bunny, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so this is Xbox 360 Doom, and yes, it is Xbox 360 Doom. BFG edition does have the classic, and you can tell by the medkits because the medkits have the stupid pills on them. When I tell you that those pills caused so much hassle. But yeah, this is Doom, and the thing is, like, you have to remember, this was the first time you could buy like a full-on like copy of Doom on console. So yeah, that was one of the big changes there, by the way, that pill. Yeah, Doom can be fun. Doom is good fun. Oh, we apparently unlocked a gamer picture. How nice. Yeah, that was something that happened back in the day. They really, really wanted people to play these games. So back in the early days of the Xbox 360, you could unlock like gamer pictures and themes. It was fun. It was fun. It was novel. I hate the pill med kids. It's why I get why they did it because of their cost. But yeah, it's not a great time. People write off the SNES port of Wolf 2 because it's censored. It's actually a great port. Yeah, no, I think, to be fair, from what I've heard, the SNES and the 3DO ports are pretty close. It's just performance, obviously, the big difference between them. Apparently my controller batteries are low. Well, that's interesting because I've got it plugged in. The green medkits are way better. Yeah, I agree. I think that the green medkits just work so much better. They fit the vibe of Doom a lot better. Because I don't get me wrong, like, that's not terrible, but it just doesn't look right. Wolf was programmed mainly by Coding Goddess. Jack Doom was later based on her work. Yeah, and the thing is, like, you know, she really did a lot of good work back in the day. She really did do a lot of good work. Yeah, if you've never played the Xbox 360 version of Doom, you could, like I said, you can experience it through the BFG edition, which is probably the easiest way to play these ports now. You can also buy the Classic Collection out on PS3, which also contained Final Doom. Final Doom never actually came to Xbox 360, which is a bit of an odd one, if you ask me. Well, it's too bad the first full port of Final Doom was delisted for no good reason at all. Yeah, so I was just about to say, you can't buy Classic Collection anymore because it was pulled off the PSN store. And that's really bad for me because I don't own that one. So that's why, if you ever wonder why I don't do a video on Classic Collection Doom, it's because of that. It's because I don't own it. And I can't capture footage for it, which is unfortunate because I really want to play the Final Doom in that version. Classic Complete was pulled for literally no reason. It wasn't conflicting with Unity ports at all. Well, it wasn't, and it also had like you said, Final Doom in it. Classic Complete was pulled. I think it goes far to say I prefer SNES Doom to the original Microsoft Doom. So I like all the additions that it makes to Wolfenstein 3D, because I won't lie to you, after playing so much Wolfenstein 3D in like the last few months, it gets a bit boring, because there's like 3 weapons that you can make use of. Because no one's ever using that knife. The knife in Wolfenstein 3D is not worth the space. Hi guys, I'm back. What did I miss? You didn't miss much. We're basically just playing through Xbox 360 Doom, because I know a lot of people have not played this one. So I thought it'd be fun to just do a stream playing the original outing. By the way, how is the sound bouncing? Is everything good for you guys? You have to remember as well, up to this point, the only console release of Doom that had the original level set was the Super Nintendo version, oddly. So, and obviously the the original Xbox had a version of classic Doom, but you couldn't buy that. You had to buy that, came bundled with Doom 3 Collector's Edition. This is the first. This is the first time you could buy like the full Doom experience in a complete package with money. I do actually have the OG Xbox version as well. I have an OG Xbox, which I might play at some point. I might play that on stream at some point if people want to see it. Well, 3D is way too long for it is. Yes, it's very easy. It makes level 4. Yeah, and I think that there's just not enough variety. The thing with Doom is there's variety. Yeah, Doom 1 and Doom 2 were in the Resurrection of Evil collection, and also the Master Levels. They added the Master Levels in for Resurrection of Evil. You didn't need to buy any Collector's Edition for that one. It also had full co-op and deathmatch, which was really cool. Like, that was such a forward-thinking feature. Oh, nice. Apparently we earned rewards. But yeah, the Xbox 360, it's weird. The Xbox 360 ports of Doom 1 and 2, they are backwards compatible with Xbox One, but you can't buy them anymore from the Xbox One Microsoft Store. They're just gone. So it's like, I don't really understand why they did that, to be honest. Hey Ian, welcome. How you doing? Hope everything's going really, really well. 360 Doom is no longer available technically, as the version of BFG famously removes the Wolfenstein SS. Yeah, and so when I did my quirks of Xbox 360 video, which I'm actually remaking at the minute because there's some points in that have aged badly, because obviously, you know, they brought out that Kex version, which kind of nullified one of the points in the video. But yeah, anyway, people were very quick to tell me, like, oh, it's the same version. It's not. It's really not the same version, because Doom 2 on the BFG edition is heavily censored. I still have PS3 and Wii. Censored Doom is sad Doom. Censored Doom is sad Doom. Kex is the worst thing to happen to Retro Masters. They cut to ports of disastrous and moon level and look of the original games. I mean, a lot of people hate the BFG edition of these classic games. They really... I remember when the BFG edition came out, people did not like what they did. There was a lot of anger towards those versions of the game. Taking out all the imps here. Mixed opinions on the Kex, lol. Hey Mega, how you doing? In what way was it censored? So, if you play the Wolfenstein levels on the Doom 2 from the BFG edition, it basically lacks all of the obvious, you know, the Wolfenstein imagery. They basically turn it into a very sanitized level, and they also take out all the SS soldiers and they replace them with, I think it's zombie men, which is like the absolute worst way they could have gone about that. Because the zombie men offer no challenge at all. Oh man, that's nice. This is an awesome thing to watch while I'm getting MU station set up on my Switch deck. Nice, I'm glad you enjoy. The Kex version of Torque 2 has significantly altered level design, which makes it simpler to navigate, which just entirely misses the point of Torque 2 and what it was trying to achieve. I get that. I get that. Does it not, Arthur? I thought it did. I thought it did. Because I remember when I was doing my Doom 2 playthrough, I did a big comparison, and I think the BFG edition was the one that, you know, lacked all the imagery. It might, maybe Groose, but definitely the Wolfenstein level, they take out all of the imagery, that imagery. Hey, just joined. I found out there's a GZ Doom port to iOS. Nice, excellent, and welcome Cyber. This is not the modern BFG you can buy does censor it, but not the BFG backwards compatibility version. I'll have to have a look into that, Arthur, because that's interesting. I only found out recently that if you put the BFG edition into an Xbox One or an Xbox Series X, it actually just gives you the arcade versions of Doom 1 and Doom 2 from the Xbox 360. Killzone's for technically you will Wolfenstein. Really? If anyone's interested in playing Torque games, just please emulate the N64 versions. Yeah. Yeah, hope everyone's having a good weekend. Hope everyone's doing really, really well. Like I said, this is the Xbox 360 version of Doom 1. And the funny thing is, I'm playing this on an Xbox One. So technically, I'm doing backwards compatibility with this. I probably should have set up the Xbox 360. It's literally off my shoulder there. But I kind of wanted to test this out myself because I've never actually played this on Xbox One. Okay, cool. I'll have to have a look into that. That's interesting. It's just, to be fair, the Wolfenstein levels are a mess. When it comes to like what makes it, what doesn't make it. Just what's killed to you know why it's more Wolfenstein than Wolfenstein itself. Fair. We got the yellow key here. We'll head over here. But yeah, the controls in this one are really nice. Once you kind of get used to the twin sticks, it's actually really easy to navigate Doomguy around. This is a good map. I like this map. I've always thought this map was very underrated. But then I know that as soon as I say that, people start saying it's a terrible map. So since the GOG release of Doom Plus includes, are you still fine with having bought the on the Xbox One? Yeah, absolutely. Just because I like to own the games so I can use them. Because it was only like £3 like for the code off Amazon. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure I had Unity copies in case I ever want to do anything with them. All the episode 1 maps are good. They are all pretty great, to be honest. It's very hard to hate these maps. In my opinion, there's a severe issue with video game revision going on that nobody seems to care or be aware about. I mean, the problem is when you're remastering a game like Turok 2. Let's use Turok 2 for example. The problem is they want to preserve the game, but they also want to make it so that it's playable, people actually want to play it. Because otherwise, you end up in a situation where people come in and they're like, well, this game isn't good because the controls are rubbish. Which is kind of why I'm glad they did what they did with the Tomb Raider Remastered collection, where they kind of gave gamers the option which control method they wanted to use. And even their general is great. Because yeah, but if you've ever played the Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 remastered collections, you can actually choose which control method you want, and I think that's the way to go. I think that you should always have the option to play it the original way or play like a remastered version. I think forcing remastered controls just kind of defeats the point of a remaster, in my opinion. But yeah, you can hear the music's very slowed down in this version. And that's because obviously the playback speed is set differently for this one. So you kind of get this weird, like, if you listen to it, it sounds just slowed down and you can hear it. Not that it's bad, I don't hate this interpretation, but it's just, if you come in from like the PC version, you're going to notice it. That's going to be the first thing that smacks you in the face. I don't think they can zoom. I said before, I'll say again, Doom 64 should add Nintendo Online control support. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, in my opinion, if you're doing a remaster, you should always leave in the original control scheme, because the people that want that will use it. Because let me tell you, if they put like the new like modern controls as the only ones in the Tomb Raider remakes, I would have not played those. Because I do not like the modern controls that they've interpreted. I tried out Doom yesterday. It was pretty fun, especially with IDKFA, but I also mixed it with Legacy and Rust, and I had Legacy and Rusty. To be fair, I love that soundtrack. I do love the soundtrack from the Doom 1 plus Doom 2 collection. It's so good. And I'm glad that he finished the Doom 2 soundtrack to make it possible. I know you can make this, but it's like, it's tougher on controls because you can't really strafe them properly. There you go, did it. It's a bit more difficult with a controller because obviously you can't just strafe run like you would on a computer. Hey, Yoshi Chief, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome to the stream. Give me a second. So even though I've got it plugged in, this controller's like, hold up a second. Huh. Interesting. Why are you not powering up? Honestly, I don't remember Torque N64 well enough to care about the few changes that I've made. That's fair. How you doing, Yoshi Chief? How you doing? I still playing Doom on the keyboard occasionally only. Yeah, I play with keyboard only sometimes. It's fun. It's a nice shift up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take 2 minutes. I need to get some batteries because apparently, even though I've got the cable plugged in for a charger, it's not having it. So I'm just going to have to get some batteries. Give me 2 minutes. Yeah. Odd. Hello, I'm back. Hi. Let's continue. Yeah, so what happened there, for some reason, even though I had the charger cable plugged in, it was like, no, I'm not going to use the charge cable. You need to get batteries. Doom Zero is pretty good, nice expansion. Map is amazing, but it requires you to strafe and it's really annoying on controller. Yeah. But then I should play that on stream sometime. I wouldn't mind playing that on stream sometime. Because I played that back when it first arrived on the Unity port on stream, and it was a good time. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, you know, it was nice that people could play Doom in HD, because up to this point, it was pretty much the only way you could achieve HD resolutions was through source ports on the PC. You couldn't really do that. Hey Pookie, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Screen wipe through install here for some reason. Yeah, so you'll notice little things about that with this version. There's just a lot of like little things that like peculiar choices made all over the place. They don't bring it down, but it is like it's only in this version where that happens. Hot takes in here today. Yeah, I know. I love my high frame rates, but I think running Doom above 30 frames ruins the flow of the timing of the game. I mean, for me, like, when I was a kid, I didn't really care about that. I just wanted to play Doom on my 360. So it was one of those things where it's not really that bad. It's just really jarring. I think this runs at does this run at 60 frames a second? I don't think it does. Just a second. Unfortunately, the neighbours' kids have decided to go into the garden, and unfortunately for us, the neighbours' kids are very, 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 very loud. And obnoxiously so. $30 here, except for the UI. Further, this is 35, maybe 35. It doesn't feel like 60. It doesn't. It definitely doesn't, because when I play the Unity port and when I play the Kex port, I always knock it off 60 because I don't really like that. But that's just personal taste. Doom just feels weird at 60. It's just, I just like playing it at 35, like, because that's what it was intended for, wasn't it? But there's a lot of reasons why you might want to come and try this version. Like I said, it's the first official HD console port. Well, technically the original Xbox version could display in HD if you played it through the right setup, but this one just kind of does it out of the box. And this was the first one that was kind of marketed with that. Because this version looks great. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Like, they did a really nice job with this version and how it looks. Unity portfolio is weird. My favorite way to play Doom is PC is probably Doom 95. Nice. You love the texture? I think that's the first time I've ever heard that. I don't think this looks bad. Like, do you think this looks bad? I mean, you have to remember, this wasn't designed for computer screens. This was designed for TVs. And I think this, I've always thought this looks pretty cool. Like, maybe it's just personal taste, but I don't think this version looks bad. Oh, okay, cool. Sorry, I thought you were talking to me. I was like, oh. This looks, to me, like, this looks very clean. It looks very, like, easy to see. Like, and like I said, this was designed with TVs in mind. It wasn't really designed with PC monitors. We'll finish this level here. You know what's funny? I was playing this level earlier on because I was doing some recording for that video that's going up tonight, and I kind of realized that, like, they really did make a lot of changes to this in the Jaguar levels. If you ever get around to playing those, they do make quite a few tweaks to that level in that version. Well, I'm gonna get stuck in here, aren't I? of all these enemies. Mega, can you pack it in the chat? I'm politely asking you to tone it down several levels. I think we had this a few weeks ago, and you know, I appreciate like fiery conversations, but like if you can't keep it civil, then take it elsewhere. That's the only warning I'm going to give on that one. Take out the imps. But yeah, unfortunately in the Jaguar levels, if you play this, they've actually made a bunch of changes. So the maze is vastly reduced, so it's not really as interesting to explore. And that whole section with the red key there completely disappears. It's actually just a flat wall with a door that opens up over here. I will say though, like when you hear some of these tracks slowed down, they do sound a bit weird. This one sounds more like a slow march than anything else. Yes, George. So interestingly, I did in the past have a GBA playthrough planned. I did the first part of it and then I never came back to finish it, so I really should. Now that I've got a Game Boy player, I should be able to play that on real hardware. No, but I know, but like saying things like that, Mega, that's only going to cause an argument. If it causes an argument, I will just I'll time people, have to start timing people out. I've not had to time anyone out on YouTube yet, and I'm saying it to you because you're the one who's kind of on the offense there. But I'm saying it to everyone: be civil. This is a chill chat. If you want to go and argue, you know, Discord's over there. And that's for everyone, not just directed at one person. This is the first bad level in Doom. I wouldn't say it's a bad level. I'd say it's Jaguar Level set was only available through the old consoles. Then I threw it out like garbage. It did. If you just give me a second. Unfortunately, next door's kid does not know how to control their volume. I know. I don't know you. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying now. Okay, I'm not targeting this at anyone. It's at everyone. Like, I don't mind discussion. I don't mind people, you know, saying what they want to say. But if it starts getting personal, it starts getting a bit grouchy, you know, then take it elsewhere. Because not being funny, and this is aimed at everyone, it's not aimed at anyone in particular, you know, the chat isn't for that. Yeah, exactly. We're all here for games. You're here to watch me play Doom on Xbox 360 really badly, and if enough people turn up who own it, I'll play online with them. Although I don't think that's going to happen today. I did think about doing an online stream. But yeah, at some point in the future, I do want to do like a big online night where we either do co-op or we all do, you know, online matches. It'll be fun. It'll be fun, I promise. You all get to laugh at me My kids have volume control. They speak in screaming. Yeah, and the thing is, there's no point in going knocking on the door about it because it's like it is what it is. Kids scream. It's just a bit frustrating when like out of nowhere all you hear is a loud scream and it's like ah, and it's like okay, what are you screaming for? Why are we screaming? But yeah, it's one of those things. It's just the nature of living in a street with, you know, kids and all that. Which is why I'll probably never have kids because I cannot. I don't mind my nieces and nephews. I can tolerate them because they've grown up a bit, but I struggle with kids and having the patience to deal with them. Hey, I've been told off many times on X for for talking about those topics. People don't. I don't even like using X at this point. It's a cesspit. It's a mess. It's a mess. Let's get rid of that. I can't believe it's what I'm saying. Please don't bring your political standpoint. We're standing for much play. Yeah, that. The world's filled with plenty of politics, and you know, my politics are very clear. If you follow me on social media, you know where I stand on things. Like I am very staunchly pro, you know, ally, all that. But I don't bring it into the chat because this is all about the games. And if people want to bring it into the chat, then, you know, if it goes too far, then I'll have no choice but to end that discussion. Duke Nukem versus Doom OG. I mean, Duke Nukem's clearly the better game, but then like Doom's more iconic, I'd say. Like, I don't bring my politics into the streams or into my videos because at the end of the day, that's not what people want. I feel that there's a time and a place for that, and it's not when we're playing Doom, unfortunately. Yeah, lucky I can only moderate on this side. Ruffy, I know. How you doing, Ruffy? How you doing? Welcome. By the way, if you're not following Ruffy Raccoon, you should do. Ruffy's an awesome streamer over on Twitch. And have you played Death Stranding 2 yet? I think you did. I think I saw you playing Death Stranding 2 at one point. All kicking off on the tube. Yeah, exactly, Nightmare. Demon's gonna die. Yeah, exactly. I would like to though. Quite enjoy the events. I remember your playthrough of it because that was one of your early streams, and whenever I think about your streams, I always think about your like Death Stranding one for some reason. This is my Doom. I preferred Xbox 360 BFG edition. Not my intro to Doom. That was actually Flashport. I played the hell to this version. Yeah, and I think this version's really solid. I feel like for what they were trying to achieve with this version, they really knocked it out the park. Obviously, your Unity ports, your modern ports, they add a lot of like more bells and whistles, but this one was a really solid outing for me. Hey Buck, how you doing? What is the best way to play Doom? Not too modern, but not too vanilla. Are you playing on PC or are you playing on console? There are plenty of source ports that will give you whatever flavor of Doom you want. Probably mailing right. Well, low testosterone gamer, you're in the wrong chat. If that's your mindset. Oh, thank you, Nightmare Mode. Thank you so much. So Nightmare Mode has just gifted. Oh wow, okay. You subscribed for. Oh wow, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So Nightmare Mode has gifted. Is that five tier 1 subs over on Twitch? Wow, thank you. That's really really cool. Thank you so much, Nightmare Mode. No, I appreciate that. Okay, low testosterone gamer. You're making me break the streak. Like, just a second. There we go. Yeah, so unfortunately, I've just had to silence my first person in Twitch chat. Look, like I said earlier on, you can have whatever political opinions you want. I am not going to sit here and dictate to you what you should and should not think. But if you come into the chat swinging like that kind of axe, like there's only one direct place you're going, and trust me, you won't like it. How do people beat E4 M6 on Nightmare difficulty? Is it impossible? With great difficulty, I imagine. Some people just want to fight, it seems. I agree. And yeah, there was a comment earlier on about SNES Doom. Yes, so Limited Run Games are putting out a new version of SNES Doom that has the iFlesh consumed in it, and it has a lot of like quality of life improvements. Now, I want to get it, but unfortunately, they've sent out a bunch of press things. They've sent out a bunch of press packs already, so people are playing it. So unfortunately, I'm not in that. I'm nowhere near that press level. But when it comes out, I'm probably going to buy it, and I'm probably going to play it on stream because I really, really want to play that. Hey, Andre, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Well, no. So the thing for me, Cade, is that there's a time and a place to talk about certain things, and it's. If you're going to come into the chat saying, oh, that it's a mental illness, blah, 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 I'm just going to shut you up. And you can go and whinge about me over on Doomworld or Reddit or wherever you want to take that complaint, because, you know, as I said, like, I don't bring my politics into all this, and I hope that other people just come here for the chill times. But yeah, thank you so much, Nightmare Mode. That was so lovely of you to gift 5 subs over on Twitch. That was absolutely lovely of you, and also thank you for subscribing yourself. I really appreciate it. If we're going to argue, can it not just be over gaming stuff? Exactly, Dave. This is the thing. We've had some really good discussions in the chat over the last few weeks, talking about all kinds of gaming stuff, and I love that. That's the kind of stuff I love. That's why we're here, you know, because I want to talk about retro gaming stuff, or modern gaming stuff, or, you know, stuff that annoys us. I don't want to bring the heavy stuff into the chat because it's like there's too much of it in the world anyway. Love the classic games. Oh, thank you. Oh, hey, I have this new version of Ultimate Doom. Nice. I'm glad, Alpha. How about something that isn't controversial at all? 3D models. Oh no. Oh no. Now, no. I'm going to say to you, no on that one. I don't like 3D models in classic Doom. I'm sorry. Never ever will I ever willingly do that. What's your favorite Doom level? Favorite Doom? If we're talking the official classic Doom levels, probably the Earth base or Vivisection from No Rest for the Living. I think those are the best ones for me. I mean, who wants a dictatorship? Exactly. Doom Dark Ages gets better as you progress. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear that. You can't type rewind. It's a block. Well, you can't type rewind. Is it a block word? Is it a block word? I don't know. I'll have a look in a second. When I'm done with this episode, Andre, I'll have a look. I don't think it's a block word. I think The only blocked words I have are like racial slurs because I didn't want to deal with that. Oh, I can. Good. Oh no, like yeah. So the only words I have blocked on here, I think, are the slurs. I don't think I've actually like blocked anything too specific. YouTube Rewind. What about Voxel Doom? I like Voxel Doom. So the thing is, like, in the right context, it all looks good. But like, there's a port called Doomsday, and every time I see like footage from it, I get annoyed because it's like it just doesn't look nice. To me, it doesn't look nice. I'm sorry to say this, but the metal map in TNT Evolution is trash. I'm sorry to say this to you, just a dumb brain. You are completely right. I hate metal. Metal is just trash as a level. It's a bad level. It goes on too long, and that final room is just such a slog. It's not even fun. That's the thing about metal. Is the Xbox pretty much, Andre? Like there's a few tiny alterations. There's a few tiny alterations, but overall they're basically one and the same. Yeah, I've never played Big Mac Davis is the one who does all the playthroughs, isn't it? They're the ones who've been doing the playthroughs for years, aren't they? Yes, I've seen some of their playthroughs. They're really good. Is Doomsday a port or a mod? I know. Yeah, I just like the way Doom looks. I don't think it needs messing around with too much. Hey, Byfire, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I used to watch Big Mac Davis a lot. Yeah, no, I think, to be fair, Big Mac Davis has been around that long. Like, you can't really miss them in the community. Casino, Zero Master are the best Doom players. Yep, I agree with you there. I'd also throw Vitan into that mix. There's a lot of Doom content creators, like Doom-focused content creators, I think are really, really good. And I think Davis, Decino, Zero Master, Vitan, and also, let me just get them up. Let me just get their name up. There's like I said, there's plenty of great Doom content creators out there. I'm just gonna check my word filters just to make sure that, like, you know, everything's as it should be. Coincidence as well. Coincidence really good. I like Coincidence. Dwars, I love Dwars' Heretic content. When they used to post a lot, I used to really enjoy their stuff. And also Eduardo and Friends. I love Eduardo and Friends videos. Yeah, no, everything's good. Everything's as it should be. Excellent. I've seen those videos where he goes back in depth, Doom's mechanics and sprites, etc. Yeah, so I remember seeing Decino like when he was like really small YouTuber. So it's been fun watching them grow to become like a juggernaut. Yeah, Eduardo and Friends does really, really great videos. I love the attention to detail and like the fact that they go into such detail with games which like I don't think get that kind of attention. Yeah, I'm a big fan of theirs. Vitan, I like watching Vitan do the level playthroughs. Piece of Pie Software, like Piece of Pie Software was the first one I ever watched. If anyone remembers them, they're still around. Like they do really good streams. Somehow when I play E1, I may sort of kill all the demons and lot. Yeah, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Because at the end of the day, like, you know, Decino, like, I think what Decino brings to the community is that keen, like, analytical eye. because there wasn't really that kind of content before they arrived on the scene. So I think it's really, really nice that they have kind of found that niche. But yeah, there's a lot of... I've watched a lot of Doom content creators over the years, and like, you know, a lot of them are great. Wow, it's like waterfall on my windows at the minute. Pretty rain. I love that title screen so much. Looks like Duke Nukem 3D 1 from Megaton Edition. Yeah, they did. Like I said, love the little touches they added to this one. The scene is awesome and unique. Yeah, exactly. And I think as well, like, it's very deserved as well, the success. I think you can't really argue against the fact that they put the work in and they've done a lot for the community. But there's a lot of great Doom content creators out there, even really small, like smaller YouTubers. There's a lot of really good ones, and that's what I really like about the Doom community. There's just variety everywhere. Randy got no money from Xbox 360, and that gives me solace. Well, isn't that why they ended up doing the 20th anniversary? When they got the rights to it all, because they weren't making any money off the Megaton edition. Greeting can go on, and today we're going to talk about grass in Doom. I still play a lot of WoDs, so I play WoDs every now and then. I play those more for hobby though. I don't really like playing custom WoDs on YouTube, just because I think there's plenty of people who cover like the new exciting WoDs, and I don't really need to be in that kind of thing. Hey Brick, welcome. But yeah, there's a lot of great Doom content creators, and like I fully say to everyone, like, support them, you know, make them, because Doom's got one of the best communities, like, of creators, in my opinion. And trust me, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, so like it's always nice when I see Doom videos doing really well. That pill texture just makes me kind of OCD to think about it. You're not a fan. You're not a fan of it. That's fine. So they eventually did. They made it the Green Cross in the end, didn't they? I've still not forgiven them for the Duke Nukem 20th anniversary debacle. It's funny because people forget that even happened, but remember, they came in, they took away all the previous copies of Duke Nukem, and they replaced it with like one that was just not as good. It's very weird. Hello? Now, I've never seen this before. That is a first. You can full storm, haha, kill me. This map is pretty greedy about ammo. It is. I'm playing right now an interesting on Japanese community project. Yeah, a lot of people with PWoDs on YouTube, especially after popularized format. Yeah, and to be fair, like, you know, I get it. But for me, like, I don't really want to do that kind of stuff, because I feel that it's already done well enough. For me, it's like I would just be mimicking what other people do already, and I don't want to do that. So it's one of those things where it's like, it's done well enough at this point that I would prefer, I'll leave that to the people that are really good at it. Reminds me of this whole situation with GBA Remastered Crackle, where Rockstar purged all the previous versions. They did, although they can't touch my Xbox and PlayStation 2 copies of GTA. They can't touch them. So, you know, they can try, but they can't. They won't ever get them. I don't Steam Duke Nukem. Yeah, and that's what's funny. People forget that they actually took away the Megaton edition, which had all the expansions. It had so much content, and all for one episode that I wouldn't even say is that good. Like the different pod stuff that you cover. Yeah, exactly. I think the thing is, like, it's good that there's so many things to do with Doom, because I think that it gives creators a lot of freedom to do what they want with the franchise. Like, There are people, for example, who don't talk about classic Doom, but they'll talk about the new Dooms, and that's great because people want that. Whereas me, I don't. Okay, I can get it. I got it. We got it. We got it. It's gaming history and Duke Nukem 3D history. Join Rockstar, break into your house and take your game. I mean, they can try. They can try, but like, I like play. Sometimes I'll play GTA 3 on my Xbox 360 because it's really fun. Was that a secret lever? What the fuck? No, so there's a glitch where on that level you don't have to do the whole level. You can literally hit the switch that raises the platform from outside the window. Good for speedrunning if you want to do that. It is. It's the intermission music. Got the Schengen. I'm not that PR. You could be though. But yeah, I still have the Megaton editions. I play the Megaton editions. I don't play the 20th anniversary because, to be honest, it's just it's just not fun to me. It's not fun. It's this map is the kind of pain with fast monsters. So what's interesting is this level's in the beta files for Doom 1, but it looks nothing like this. They actually changed this level quite a lot through development. I love Duke Saturn. I've come to appreciate Saturn Duke for what it is. I still have some PS3 digital games that I like. You guys have to agree that you want to do good things, it's music and introduce plays back on, and that's all. I don't mind E2M1. Like, I don't think it's nearly as bad as Hellkeep E3M1, and I don't think it's nearly as annoying as Hell Beneath. Duke on Saturn. There's also the Caco Demon. Man, I love this Sturgeon do when it arrived. Me too, me too. Like, I honestly, I remember when this came out, and I just played the heck out of it. Saturn Duke has that exclusive secret level where you jump into the giant toilet. Yep. Love the Duke, especially. Yeah, the music on Saturn Duke is really, really good. I use it in some of my video backgrounds. By the way, if you ever wonder what music I'm using and I don't list it in a video, it's usually Duke Nukem or Doom music. It's usually from one of those games. I really want to do a big video about Duke 64. I really, really want to do a big video about Duke 64. But I need to go and catch the footage again. But yeah, I want to do a big sort of showcase about like the level differences in Duke 3D PC and Duke on Duke 64. Something I love about Saturn Duke is I'm playing this with surround sound in Fireballs with Pass was amazing. I can imagine. So I can't really say I've ever experienced that myself, but it is pretty cool to think about. when I first beat map 27 in TNT, it's like you stepped out from hell. It's just unfair. There are some hard maps in Pluto, but map 27 is just wide for no reason. Are you going to play the Steam version of Doom 64? Doom 64? Yeah, I've already done a walkthrough of it on the channel, so I'm going to put that together as like a complete walkthrough at some point. I think that's the last. I think that's the last one that needs doing. And then obviously when that's done, I will I want to make more Doom 64 videos, but the problem is I need to think of good videos. This is exactly how I wanted Doom, high res rendition of the original game without too many tweaks or additions. Yeah, it's a pretty nice version, this one. Get rid of the Baron over here. Sorry, I can see the chat moving. I will check in a second. I'm glad Doom 64 got ported to non-Nintendo consoles. Me too, because for a long time, whenever you brought up Doom 64, you'd get that sort of look of like, what? Why are you bringing that up? But now it's kind of treated like part of the series, and I love that. I love that for it. I do think Doom... So for me, I play Doom at low resolutions because I think it looks better as well. But then that's kind of because it's also a bit nostalgic for me. When I see Doom like super polished with like shiny graphics and such, it doesn't really do anything for me. I freely admit it's all about nostalgia for me. Hey Damners, how you doing? How you doing? Ports unfortunately very much butchered visually, and I think that yet again fucked with the level design. So at some point I do want to play Doom 64 on my N64 because I think that playing Doom 64 on N64 is a different experience to what you get on PC. They're both good experiences, but I do think that, you know, playing it on the N64 is a different beast. Yeah. I mean, they did a good job of it, and like I said, for me, it's just about, it's brought the game forward. I wish someone would do it with, officially with the PS1 version. It would be nice if someone would do it, but ZeniMax and id are very slow off the mark. It's quite fun. Yeah, it's also way darker. So it's way darker for American gamers as well. So I only found this out when I was sort of doing like research for a future Quirks video. But the N64 version of Doom 64 in North America, it's darker than it is in all the other regions. I just get pissed when I talk about modern Portal games. It's fine. Like, at the end of the day, I think if you really want to experience them the way they were, you're going to need to go and get the original hardware. That's one of the reasons why I want a Sega Saturn, because I want to play Doom on Sega Saturn. The problem with Doom 64 is it's not just dark, it's way too dark. Yeah, it does kind of lean heavily into the darkness. Annoyingly, if this doesn't come up all the way, by the way, and this is in any version, if this doesn't come all the way up, you actually don't get that secret there, which is annoying if you're trying to get 100% runs, let me tell you. Original hardware on accurate emulators, let's go. I recommend Simple 64. Nice! This was a slog to get through. See, the problem with the Shores of Hell for me is that I always just race through it. I don't ever play this like every level all the way through unless I really have to. Doom 64 also changes the health book. Yeah, I'm guessing that's because they use the red cross. Much like this version has to use the pill. After playing the first 3 episodes of Doom fluctuated, this makes me want to kill to fuck yeah. The green crosses and Doom are better than the pill. I agree 100%. I think that was the better direction to go, but obviously with the pill, I reckon that was just a short-term fix. I don't think they thought that was going to be like a permanent fixture. Oh, fuck this up. Oh no, fuck this up. Okay, I fucked this up. Okay, need more health. Let's go. Doom fans try not to lose their minds over a hex value of more than 11. Golden Eyes and Pro Dark on PC with mouse support are also available, but you need a special emulator. You should have saved the Berserk. I should have saved the Berserk. Bad decisions were made, and that is one of them, definitely. Okay, I need health. We're looking for health. There's some health. That's probably going to be enough. Is this the same as PC version? Yeah, so these levels are the same as the PC version. This wasn't the first port to have the PC levels in it, but it's the first one, I'd say, that was like intended, because the original Xbox had all these levels in it as well, but that had weirdly that had a glitch where the skybox didn't change between episodes. FPS the desk players with keyboard and mouse. Didn't know about that. I played GoldenEye via mouse and keyboard. It's fun, though not really balanced for it. It becomes a lot easier. Yeah. I was surprised that that GoldenEye port didn't end up on PC, to be honest. But then again, I guess Microsoft were just keen to get it on Xbox in some fashion. I'm actually going to save here. The fear that I'm going to die here is high. Yeah, the fear was right. I died. Mario Kart 64 came out and look up Spaghetti Kart. Just me, the monster in the game sounds a bit high in pitch. Yeah, so this version really kind of goes in for the pitch shifting, and the music plays back slower. It's just one of the quirks of this one. It's funny how quickly that port managed to get made. Hey, Miguelito, channel, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. They could have released the Xbox Live Arcade version. And Doom 1 has a bunch of WODs, like PS1 and Saturn versions, exclusive levels, so I like it. I just want them to release the, oh, hello. Oh, okay, everyone leave me alone. Stop. I want the rocket launcher. Where's the rocket launcher? Backpack? That's not really what I wanted. Yeah, rocket launcher. Got it. We got it. So now I just want to cause a bunch of infighting here. That's a lot of Cacodemons. That's a lot of Cacodemons. Right, we are leaving. We are leaving. Let's go. Doom plus Doom 2 has mods on PS4, PS5, so that's great. It is. I think I remember this secret level in OG Doom. Yes, and also that serves as the final level to a bunch of the Jaguar levels. So unfortunately, that is like the last level for a lot of people. Apparently this is Sandy's favourite level, but he made, I don't know. I'm not a super fan of big FPS person. Doom is on a very exclusive list. I get that. I play my PS5. I do love that console gamers can get the mods now. I think that's really cool. That's something as a kid I would have eaten up like wholesale. I would have just loved that. Okay. We're going to open this up. I tried to avoid doing that and I still did it. I've always liked this level. I like this level as well. I think this I really like this level. I think it's really creative. I know not everyone likes it, but for me this is a very creative Doom 1 level. I got a good PC, but not really good games. Is there co-op? Yes. Hey, Perfect Sim Major. So this version does have co-op and deathmatch, both of which you can do if other people have copies of the game. Personally, I wouldn't recommend it at this point. I would say just get the modern game. But there are 2 achievements on this version. You need to get 50 kills and 100 kills to get all the achievies. I can play flawlessly on Steam Deck. Okay, I messed that up just a bit there. I have a nice laptop, but the issue is the space on it sets up the game. Yeah, modern games are so big. They're so big for no reason. It's like... Back up here. Let's let the pinkies come to us. But the reason I'm doing it in this section in this way is because if you kind of go through and hunt down the pinkies before the Baron shows up, it makes the Baron a lot easier to deal with. I think they mean physical space, not hard drives. Ah, fair enough. Multiplayer achievements are just destined to become impossible after 5 years. Yeah. I don't usually go for multiplayer achievements if I'm playing a game. Oh, look at you. Oh, there's another Baron there, right? I like convenience, what can I say? And now I'm on a point-and-click time mood, but Doom is always something I can play on and off. For some reason, I was expecting the silver version of you wanted to play. I found the Steam Deck way too big for my hands. I don't have a Steam Deck, but my partner does, and they really like it. you die, please? Can you die, please? Thank you. I got the IPS model. Nice. But I would rather connecting to the controller. I also found SteamOS very awkward to use. I ended up giving my Steam Deck to my mum, who's a gamer. But you install EmuDeck and all those great emulators. I can imagine a Steam Deck's very, very useful. If you play games a lot on the go, I can imagine that that's like absolutely beautiful to use. The problem for me is I don't really game on the go. I have my laptop for that, and usually I play Doom or like Tomb Raider or something like that. I don't really play demanding games, so I don't really need a Steam Deck. I can connect to my arcade stick. Nice. Doom the Dark Ages not having multiplayer is weird. I don't know why they've gone off the idea of multiplayer completely. Like with Doom 2016, I think they heard all the feedback about the multiplayer mode, and I think they took it all to heart. It's kind of sad because I think that you know, Doom is a multiplayer franchise just as much as single player, because a lot of people played the multiplayer more than the single player, and I think to abandon it's kind of sad. I'm running Arch Linux on low PC, but I don't know, I'm on port. Basically, cheap games. I love classic Tomb Raider. Me too, Super Shotgun. Like, the original 5 Tomb Raider games are where I live, basically. One day I will stream the classic Tomb Raider games. One day. I don't want to use my plasma rifle on Lost Soul. There we go. I have. In fact, my friends will tell you a funny story about because the reveal trailer for that dropped on Nintendo Direct, and basically I was just watching the Direct super casually. I was like not paying attention because I don't really bother with Nintendo too much, you know, the modern Nintendo. And then the Tomb Raider trailer came on, and apparently I shot up like a rocket. Like suddenly I was like fully attentive. But yeah, and then obviously they dropped the 4, 5, 6 trailer last year, and I did the video on it because, you know, it's Tomb Raider. The problem with Doom 4 and Eternal's multiplayer modes were weren't only multiplayer, not because they were multiplayer. And you can connect to Steam Deck. Yeah, you can, exactly. But yeah, I love Tomb Raider. Definitely good playing Lara's Mansion and locking the butler in the freezer. Not just that, like running around the maze, like just dicking around in Lara's house, like, you know, like jumping on a bed, and you know, I wish the modern Tomb Raider games understood why Tomb Raider was so good back in the day. I really wish they understood, because they don't. It's because the Lara's Mansion is one of those levels in video games that is so unique in that it's both a complete level and it's a training like center for the player, and it's open, so like the player can do whatever the heck they want. Yeah, I loved it. Played Saturn, first time Saturn. You like jumping on Lara's bed? Oh no, I know. But the thing is, like, it's just like the original Tomb Raider games just had something about them. I haven't played the remaster yet, but seeing the updated modern controls makes no sense to me. So I was talking about this earlier on. When it comes to remastering games, I feel that they should always include both the classic and the new controls, because I feel like Tomb Raider is a great example of some people love the new controls and some people hate the new controls, and I despise the new controls with a passion, a fiery passion. Every little jump is precise. Yeah, and but the thing is, people. The thing is, though, people. The thing I hate about Tomb Raider as like a game is the community, the gaming community's looked back at it and gone, these controls are bad, and they're not bad. They're not bad. They're just deliberate. You've got to learn how to play Tomb Raider properly, because if you don't learn how to play Tomb Raider, you're going to fall into like every hole in that game. And it's frustrating because it's like there's no reason why like modern gamers can't learn to do it. But I think it's because like because it has this reputation, Tomb Raider, of having bad controls. I think they felt the need to put the new controls in, and it kind of breaks it. It doesn't work for me. Sorry, rant. That was a side tangent about Tomb Raider. While the new Tomb Raider... Oh, sorry, chat went very fast there. Resident Evil 01 remakes did that. Yeah, so Yoshi Chief, who I'm playing with next week and who is in the chat, loves Resident Evil, and they give me full critiques on like the new Resident Evil games. You know, the new Resident Evil 9 that's coming out. One of the new Tomb Raider had DLC set in Lara's mansion, but it was a mystery find the secret rooms thing rather than just an open map. Yeah, so that I think you're talking about Legends there, or you're talking about the new games, because I've not played the new games much. You know, the new Survivor trilogy. I use the tank controls as always. Yep, same here. And new controls sucked. They're not bad at all. They're just modern games not used to them. Yeah, exactly. Fun fact, the reason why Tomb Raider has a grid design system is because the Saturn uses quadrilaterals instead of polygons. It meant... Yep, that makes sense, because remember, Tomb Raider 1 did come out on Sega Saturn like a month before PlayStation. Even though Lara basically became a mascot for PlayStation. Homemade Tomb Raider especially for Saturn, then they kind of fucked over Sega and went with Sony. Yeah, pretty much. I played Tomb Raider when it was like 5 or 8. I'm 19 now. Old TRT with DOS. Yeah, my dad put the original Tomb Raider on DOS. Like, he tells me it was one of the most difficult things he ever did because apparently he couldn't get it to work initially. Even though I believe you can get results OG files. Probably. Excuse me. Paul was like, hey Sega, thanks for funding our franchise. We're off, see ya. I mean, to be fair, the Saturn was kind of a mess. Like, they probably saw the writing on the wall and were like, we want to get on that. We want to get in Sony's good books. It's only difficult with limited save crystals. It really was. I also like in the remasters that they've incorporated the save crystals in. You can basically use them in the new game plus. So if you finish the game through, you can actually use them to increase the difficulty. I've not done it because, like, screw that. That's way too much for me. I played Tomb Raider 1 on PS1 back in the day. That was enough for me. That was enough save crystals for me. Also, Sequel 11 Doom 2 Xbox Live is in fact not censored. Symbols are still there. Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. I think with the Xbox Live Arcade version, they didn't censor them. I think it's... But I think we were talking about this earlier. I think it's the BFG edition. One of them censors the the Nazi imagery out. So one of them does. I can't remember which one. Saturn was only failing in the West because Sega and America refused to allow any Japanese games to be localized. BFG edition does not have those levels. I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does. You know what? Give me a second. Because I can look at, because I actually did a video about the censorship in Doom in Wolfenstein. If you just give me a second. Yeah, there we go. So I did a video like 2 years ago exploring censorship in Doom 2's Wolfenstein. So let's have a quick look. Because it'd be good. It would be good to know. Oh, yep, you just heard me talking to myself. Let's have a quick look. Just a second. Let me get this up on the screen for you. Right. Let me just get this up on the screen. This is the advantage of me doing like these different versions. Okay, so not the Doom 2 BFG edition. So this is the one we're all talking about. Is it the BFG edition that has the censorship? Yeah, so you can see in the BFG edition here, it replaces all of the SS soldiers with zombie men. And if we go back a tiny bit, let's look at the walls. Yeah, look, you can see on the walls they've taken all of the Nazi imagery off, so it's all gone. It's just replaced with blank textures. Yes, this is the PC version. But no, so what I'm saying to you is I'm pretty sure on the consoles it's probably different. But when I played on the PC, this is why I remember it, because like it's like this is like the blandest version, and you can see on the Xbox 360 version here, it's actually still here. So yeah, so in the Xbox 360 version, they do still have the images, but in the actual like BFG edition, well, at least the PC version of BFG edition, it's gone. Like if you found secrets. So yeah. And in the Unity port, they do, I think they kind of go for the halfway house of replacing the textures. I think they use the Return to Castle Wolfenstein ones. Yeah, look, they use these ones in the Unity port. In the other version of Doom, they had a SWAT screen while the other levels. They did. That was level E1M4, and they took it out because now it's a crooked. Now it's like a weird crooked thing. But yeah, no. So that's the censorship there. And then if you look at the retail release, obviously it's got the thing. Never noticed that. Yeah, no worries. But yeah, no, like I said, it might simply be a case of on PC they did censor it, but I know when I played BFG it wasn't there. So the stat master. Yeah, I think the GBA one changes it as well. Although I need to look at that, to be honest. I hate censorship like that. Jobs that handle censorship much better. They did. They really did. It should be the same indeed. Honestly, I don't even get, like, don't get me wrong, like, you know, obviously we should never use those images, you know, for anything other than to like mock and, you know, say how wrong everything was. But I don't think in Doom, like, I don't understand why, like, there's a need to censor it like that, like. Because you take all that out of Wolfenstein and it's basically just like a normal, it's basically a rubbish level. His name was Statmaster, sorry for the typo. No worries. For me, it's like, if you take, because playing through that version of Wolfenstein, it's just a normal level that's flat and it's ugly. It doesn't even have like the nods to Wolfenstein anymore. Yeah, but the thing is, I like that, Andre, because the Looney Tunes do that. They put a disclaimer up at the start saying this was created in a different time and context and doesn't represent. But then they don't actually edit the cartoons, and that's how I feel it should be done. Because for me, it's like, if you edit and airbrush out all of that stuff, future generations will not learn from the mistakes of the past. And as bad as some of those mistakes were, if you allow that to be forgotten, then that's just as bad as like anything else, because how can future generations learn from that mistake? You've got to, yeah, exactly. You've got to acknowledge the mistakes of the past if you want to, if you want like the future generations to not repeat them. And unfortunately, like, you know, that's when you start sort of sanitizing games and going, well, it never had this. All you're doing is you're lying to yourself and you're lying to gamers. For me, that's inexcusable. Oh no, I agree. I know. Did Disney do that? Donald Duck is stranger to them. I don't know. I don't know if Disney actually did that. I know with Song of the South, for example, that's the biggest example of like Disney putting something in the Disney vault and never bringing it back out. But again, for me, it's like ignoring the existence of that kind of art means that no one learns from it. No one can say we'll never do this again. Okay, how am I messing this up? Oh, it's up here, isn't it? Yeah, unfortunately though, like I get the feeling that when ZeniMax bought out id, they didn't want to deal with any of that hassle, so they just kind of went, we'll just get rid of it. Luckily, as you saw, like in the Unity port, and obviously probably the Doom 1, Doom plus Doom 2, they actually reversed course on it, which I think is better. The DOS versions of the game are unaltered. Yep. Once I 3D had some levels that were a bunch of swastikas. There was an extremely flapping use of hate symbols that lacked any self-awareness, but we should learn why that wasn't okay. Anyways, yeah, that's always going to be my stance on like censorship with old cartoons, old movies, old TV shows. It's like people say like Friends. Friends is a good one. I love Friends, but here's the thing: the way it talks about trans people is disgusting. It's awful because it's always trans people are the butt of the jokes. And the thing is, like, you can't erase that, so you've got to kind of learn from it so that future because people still watch Friends like so much. You can only get past those like intolerances if people learn from them and why it was bad to do that. That's the most obvious example that comes to my mind from like TV shows I like. Stuff was probably just cost saving, so they didn't have to separate version. I mean, possibly, but then like, if they were going to go that far, then like, why didn't they just put new levels in? No, the two maps on map 2 have imagined PSX Doom modders. Where's the Cyber Demon? I'm looking for the Cyber Demon. I can't find the Cyber Demon. Oh, I hear him. Oh, has he gone inside here? You're probably correct. I know Wolfenstein 2 was the... Oh, okay. I wasn't paying attention. I was not paying attention. I was not paying attention there. And I should have been. Right, trying to get rid of this Cyber Demon. There you go. Early 2000s humor was uniquely relevant to sensitivity. Did a great job of expressing the moral struggles of the day. Yeah, Lost Souls are so annoying. The Cyber Demon from the SNES version looks like he has a melee attack. The way that the Cyber Demon in the SNES version walks makes me laugh every time I play that version. Lost Souls. Let's see if I missed any messages. Sorry. I never liked Friends. That's fine, Perfect. At the end of the day, Perfect, Emerge. Like, for me, it's like people like stuff, they don't like stuff. You know, some people don't like classic Doom. Those people I'll never understand, but they exist. Speaking of trying, I can acknowledge footage for a while with Bender. Yeah, fair enough. I get that, Cade. Have you seen the Doom port for SNES? Yes. So as we were talking about it earlier on, I really want to cover it, but the thing is, they've only sent out like pre-release press packages at the minute, and obviously I'm not on that, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to wait to buy it. There is, and it runs really well. Can you hear how slowed down this music is, by the way? Like, you notice it on levels like this in particular. Like, the music is really slowed down. This is the monster. This is the level to make you in fight. Yeah, I know. I should have done in fighting. I'm a bad Doom player. I prefer to do the killing myself, to be honest. Why should the demons get all the fun? I don't for a second think Futurama is a software because someone improved the Saturn version of Doom. I mean, I want to make the joke. It's not hard to improve the Saturn version of Doom. The version we got was pretty awful. Dare I even say probably the worst? Because it had no reason to be that bad. Nice, I didn't know that. Hey Doom Douche, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. We're currently into Inferno in our playthrough of, well, this playthrough of Doom on Xbox 360. Imagine they did Doom in Slave Driver Engine. It would have been cool. While Wolfenstein Remastered would absolutely be censored, they'd almost likely include the Mac version's content as well. Honestly, I wish they'd re-release the Mac version. I really do. I feel like if they did that, I think people would be more willing to go back and experience Wolfenstein 3D. Parts of the hand. Would you take extra content or no censorship? I mean, I prefer playing games how they were, so I don't really care about new content most of the time. A Wolfenstein 3D remake would be interesting. I don't know how you would do that though. I really don't know how you could do that. I don't think a full proper remake would be censored. It would piss everyone off, and they're selling uncensored version of Wolf 3D anyway. But that Mackinstein evolved from SNES version. Well, did I not just learn a valuable lesson about saving? How long will you stream for? So the plan is to stream until I finish Thy Flesh Consumed. So that should be another hour and a half, 2 hours. No, no, bad. Have you played Doom Eternal? If you played it on PC, have you tried out any mods for it? I have not played it on PC, unfortunately. I do plan to go back and play them at some point because obviously, you know, it makes sense for me to go back and play them properly at some point. I did enjoy Doom Eternal. I didn't think it was something I'd rush back to play. John Romero was trolling in some of those Thy Flesh Consumed levels. He really was. And phoning it in. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'll be making dinner soon, but I'll be back eventually. I don't see you here. Good luck. Thank you, Andre. I appreciate that. E4 and 1, E4 and 2 were brutal. They were. My argument with Thy Flesh Consumed is all of the episodes should have been that hard. If you're gonna do that, you need to do every level needs to be that level of like consistency, and they weren't. And that's my problem with Thy Flesh Consumed. That's what I was trying to get across in that video I made. But the problem with YouTube is some people see this video title and they immediately think, wait, I'm gonna have a go. I'm gonna just get annoyed. You know, he made it in one night. He did in about 8 hours. According to him, it's 8 hours he made it in. Excuse me. Mood gets Doom. I like Perfect Edge, it's just more the previous level leaves you in a shit situation. And he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. Give me items. Oh look, the Baron of Hell made it here. That's interesting. Didn't expect to see you here. Run! Run! I didn't expect the Baron of Hell to actually come down the steps there. Come up the steps. That was terrifying. I'd rather be in here than out there with the Baron. I would rather be in here than out there with the Baron. I think John gets way too much hate. He was a bit of an egotist in the past, but he actually petitioned against the marketing for Daikatana. The publisher went ahead anyway. I don't have any issues with Romero. I think he's really cool, but I do think his ego kind of ran a bit wild for a few years there. No, I think people have mellowed out on him, especially because obviously he's done a lot of good in the Doom community. I think that's really helped him out. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not saying he's done it for any reason other than good intent, but to be fair, releasing Sigil and Sigil 2 and that upcoming one, which may or may not ever release, I think it's really helped him. Oh, nice. I didn't know that. In the 90s in my country, we had a full version of Doom available to show. So for like a decade, people thought the first episode was the full game. The rest of the episode feel weird to me as a result. So when I was a kid, we had the Showa version, and then we got Doom 2, and then we got the Ultimate Doom. So I only came back to play these like years after the fact. Yeah, I still haven't played Sigil 2. I really enjoyed the first episode, but I don't know if I can take more Sigil. Ooh, okay. I really came close to crushing myself there. I've played Sigil 2 once. I've never had the urge to go back and play it, though, because it didn't really do anything for me. Romero loves... Are you kidding me? Romero loves his cyber demon encounters, and I think in Sigil 2 it goes a bit too far with it. Hey, Powers in, how you doing? How you doing? Wait, I thought Humility in Death. Romero also loves traps. Yeah, and I think in Sigil 2 he kind of ran out of ideas for that format. Hey, my boy Leatherface, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the Twitch chat. We are playing through the Xbox 360 version of Doom 1. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Big chilling. Yeah, exactly. We're just chilling. We're not really doing anything too like strenuous. I was gonna blow them all up with that. Right. So the only gun I've got ammo for currently is the BFG, which is obviously not good. Let's correct that. Only Doom, nothing strenuous. Exactly. Unless you're playing Sigil or you're playing Sunlust, then it can get very strenuous. I play Doom to wind down. Yeah, exactly. Don't take it too seriously. I say it with a YouTube Doom channel that takes it all way too seriously. Actually, it's the Doom. I need to go get more ammo. So I know where there is ammo. Ah, yes. Was that worth the BFG? Probably not. Was it cool? A bit. No. Okay, there we go. Doom will never end. Hey, Darth Raven 2.0, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I love that some of the guns in this were just model scanned from toy guns. Yeah, the was it the shotgun? Was a toy gun, I think. Doom will never end. It will never end. Every time you find a reward, the guns, they punish you with monsters showing up. Glad to be back on. Yeah, no, definitely. Welcome. Yeah, so I've got some health. I've got some ammo. We should be okay. Oh, look, you went and opened the door. Thank you for that, said no one ever. It is worth coming this way because there is a supercharge and a bunch of ammo. found and it can... My favorite cover by far. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree. There we go. See, that wasn't too bad. There's a bunch of ammo here. Definitely going to be grabbing that. Doom for me. I don't know how you pistol starts at every level, Hitless. If I die once in episode 3, I have to restart. So let me tell you, like, the only reason I got through that was because the pressure of not finishing that series, like, was more than anything else. Like, I was terrified if I didn't finish that series, that would be all anyone would ever say to me, like, are you ever going to finish the Hitless run? And I was like, oh no. Would it surprise you to know that I'd never ran the game like that before that run? It's Dark Ages worth it. Finish Heretic, my boy. So the plan there, my boy, is I'm going to compile all the episodes I've done into one video, and then I'm going to do the last 2 episodes after it. But I'm going to wait until after QuakeCon, and there's a very specific reason for that. Because I have a feeling that they may do something with Heretic or Hexen at QuakeCon, and I want to wait to see what they do with it. Any chance you'll play Doom Eternal down on stream? I can do that. I mean, I've played it back in the day, so I'm down for playing it. Yeah, I'm just waiting to see what happens. That's the main thing. But we'll get there. We'll get there. How's everyone doing? What's everyone been playing this weekend? I'm sure you're not playing Doom on Xbox 360, so I'd love to hear what you're playing. What I'm going to do... Is it weird that I prefer Doom, Quake, Wolfenstein games with less story than games nowadays? Hopefully QuakeCon's good. Hopefully QuakeCon's good this year, but you never know with id. You never know. Modern id is its own beast. My first exposure to episodes on Facebook. Yeah, no, so, I mean, my first exposure to Doom was the DOS version. We had the shareware version on our DOS PC, and I played the hell out of that. I was only like 5 at the time, so, you know, probably shouldn't have been doing that, but... Who's paying attention? Let's go. Let's go. Quake 1 on the Nintendo 64. Yeah, so that's how I played Quake for the first time. Eventually I got to play it on PC, but like my memories of it are largely around the N64 version. No story or story. I prefer minimal story, being honest. I also played shareware version of Doom. Quake 1 and N64. No crime like the story. So for me, it depends on the game. When it comes to first-person shooters, I don't like the stories usually because I find that they just kind of get in the way of the gameplay. That's why I don't really like Call of Duty, because you'll be playing the game, you'll be enjoying it, and then the game will be like, we're going to put this like 5-minute cutscene right in front of you and you can't do anything to skip it. So that's why I don't really vibe with modern FPSs. Easy speakers sound weird. Cool shirt, man. Big wrestling fan. I am, yeah. I am a big wrestling fan. Yes. I played Resident Evil as a 7-year-old. It's terrifying, but I still don't regret it. I don't think most kids end up regretting it. I think it's always just good fun for kids. Come to me. Come to my shotgun. People seem to like unskippable in-game cutscenes. It's off against the best routes of either route. Yeah, for me, I just don't play FPSs for the story. I'm sorry. That's just, maybe it's because Doom spoiled it for me, but I just don't. I also work when proof. Oh, excellent, excellent. Which promotion's that? Oh, in fact, no, don't tell me which promotion that is. Obviously, because that's kind of semi-doxing yourself. Yeah, don't. But yeah, I'm glad you do that. I'm glad you do that. The levels themselves tell a story. Yeah, exactly. And I think, like, as well, Doom doesn't need a big in-depth story. I think that's something that the modern Doom games have kind of gone too far in the wrong direction of. It's like, no one's playing Doom for, like, the big, sexy story. They're playing it because they want to blast demons in the face. Okay, I did not mean to do that. That was definitely not in the playable. Doom 2016 had the best writing of the new ones because Doomslayer was literally punching the story out of the way. To be honest, I don't really care for the stories of most games. Just let me play the game. I don't care what most people say. Just... Yeah, I get that. I agree with that. A second, I'm going to read the chat. The reference from Fortune Mystery seems untouched. Storytelling. You see this abandoned space station. Yeah, exactly. For me, it's like, I find that if it gets in the way of the gameplay experience, then that's not really what I'm there for. I just think, I don't know. I think sometimes the people who write games, they get a bit caught up in the whole thing of, we want this to feel like a movie. And so it ends up feeling like a movie and not like a video game. There are game series I would mention at this point, but like I don't want to. Okay, got rid of you. I'm trying to get you to go through the teleporter. There you go. You did. Or if you want to say powers in, you can. It's just I don't want you to say like I'm in blah and then like you kind of feel like, oh, I just accidentally told the world where I am. By the way, I'm in Manchester in the UK, if you must know. No, I nearly went on the crusher there. That was bad. That was bad. Am I in Liverpool? Am I in Leeds? Who knows? We're all the same. Simple wrestling show. That sounds really fun, though. As long as you have a good time, that's the main thing, isn't it? So I always love coming in here, not triggering this trap, but heading inside this door, grabbing all the goodies, and then opening the door to get out of here. Not having activated the trap. It's the level that some people love, some people despise. This is definitely one of those levels that splits opinion very finely. Now, just you guys wait until I get my ranking Ultimate Doom levels video out. Oh, God. Oh, man, the comments will be on fire. And yes, I am actually working on a ranking Ultimate Doom levels video. Kind of makes sense because the GoldenEye one did so well. Oh, no, I've messed that up. Okay. I messed that up. Never played Infinite. I've not played Infinite. Oh no. I want to get to the secret level. I really want to get to the secret level. I love the Skypots. I love the Skypots box tetra. Hey Godzilla, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing really well. We are currently playing through Xbox 360 Doom, which you may remember me and you used to help me get the achievements on this whenever I made new Xbox accounts. Yes, it's been... Oh. Bioshock Infinite had very fascist killing simulator, but other than that, it's a pretty lame game. I prefer the first Bioshock out of all of them. I like the PSX version of it. It's tracked, Flaming Sky. Yeah, I think the Flaming Sky is really unique. I'm going to spend my life in the pub this afternoon. I certainly do. What I'm trying to do here, by the way, I am trying to see if I can strafe run over to that switch there. You're the little shit that killed me, aren't you? Oh no, it was you. Hey Jinx, how you doing? How you doing? PS1 Doom was gutted. It was, and it needs more sort of official recognition. Duh. I've messed up. I think I've definitely messed up. And I didn't mean to save that. Well, we're not going to the secret level, it looks like. Oh wait, we can. Wait, we can actually still go to the secret level. Wait, we can still go to the secret level. What? Need to do that SR50 run. Yes, on an Xbox controller as well. Yes. So I think I know how I'm going to do it. Just a second. Hey man, I have a puzzle. Just yesterday I was thinking about your so-called favorite levels. Go on. I'm sure this idea is... Given our past discussions, I'm sure this idea will be fun. How about, go on. I seem to remember the port being way better than the Unity one that replaced it. I think this is a very solid port. I think the Unity port had a lot of teething issues, and I think people remember the teething issues. Okay. Grab the medkits. So I think we just need to get an invulnerability here. And I think the best way for us to get an invulnerability is that one there. Save here. Go on, let's have a look. We made a WOD with only the best of among the Doom levels. I have been thinking about that as an idea, actually. Someone suggested to me I should do a Doom WOD that is literally just the best Doom levels from all the Doom games, and it's an idea that's kind of stuck with me. I grew up on PS1 Doom, first played Doom. Yeah, no, Doom, PS1 Doom, very good. We should make a WOD. Just rocket jump to Siglo, but get the invulnerability. Yeah, but the thing is, I used the first invulnerability with just selection of cream of the crop. I'm down for that. Was it just the movement on the pads way better, or is it just in Unity? I mean, the movement in this one's not too bad, to be honest. Let's go. So because I've got the invulnerability here, we can now make a stab at actually getting to the secret level properly. Now, can I get this right? I did. I knew I just needed an invulnerability, that's all. I thought this version still had the cross. So the reason that it's like this, Kay, is because I'm actually playing on the Xbox One, so I'm playing it backwards compatible, and because I'm playing with the BFG, because the BFG disc's in as this is playing, it's actually an updated version. It's really complicated. I'd need like a chart to show you like how we got to this point. But yeah, if you play with the BFG edition on the 360 and put it in the Xbox, it gives you the Xbox Live Arcade version, but it updates the medkits. But if you own the Xbox Live Arcade version, you know, from the Xbox 360, you get the cross version. Was it just the moon? Oh, the chat is frozen. My unpopular opinion is Bioshock Infinite was the best of the three. That's fair. People have trouble grasping the idea of game stories. Well, yeah. I'm also a musician. Oh, nice, Jinx. That's really cool to hear. What's your favorite Doom mod? I will get back to you on that one. So the thing is, I don't really play many Doom mods. So for me, it's a bit of a difficult question, that one, because there's no mod that makes me kind of go, I really want to play that. BFG, not the arcade version. Yeah, so okay, basically, because the Xbox has detected the BFG edition, it's giving me the BFG edition of the Xbox Live Arcade, but I'm playing through the Xbox Live Arcade version because that's the version I have. So I like I said, you need a Venn diagram to sort of know what's going on with this. Ignore the fact you didn't play Dark Forces yet. Yeah. These ads are so annoying. Oh, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, YouTube is like that. I don't really have much control over ads. I've acquired 8 fortune cookies. Would you like the note inside? Go on, Godzilla, tell me. Oh god, what is that sound? So this is the soundtrack to the Xbox 360 version. It's it's an acquired taste. Is that what? Yeah, like I said, the Xbox 360 version. How about we start with single 9 maps episode like Nerve? I'd be down for that. Because I've already done something like that with the I already did something like that with Ultimate Doom, so I picked the best levels from that. If I was to expand it to all Doom games, it would be kind of fun. If everything's going so. The weekend ahead predicts great enjoyment. Well, I mean, hopefully. Hold up. Okay, I was wondering then why we couldn't hear him firing his rockets. Oh good, antivirus detected no threats. A top 5. Oh nice, excellent, Cyber. Why hell placed them here when he could have been excellent? It is beyond me, I know. Best music track is the 32X sigil, the Phobos Anomaly music. Give it, listen. I love the reuse of this first level. Makes the game feel less linear. Yeah, I mean, the only problem I have is that the first level is so kind of weak that it's kind of like, okay. But I guess it's worth it for the joke. Are you enjoying the music in this one? The next one said, "Don't be afraid. Overcome the obstacle in front of you." Is that this weekend? Although to be fair, I know what Adlib Doom OST sounds like. I already got some ideas, man, but it's best that we talk in private because your attention will get diluted. Jinx, are you on Discord? If you're on Discord, you can hit me up. I don't really use Discord, but if I know someone's going to talk to me on there, I will probably look at it. I don't use it too, so you're like me. Everyone tells me I should use Discord more, and then I'm like, no one ever talks to me on there, so why would I don't really want to use it if no one's going to talk to me. Excuse me. It's supposed to be kind of chilling. Hey Maxim, flip off. Cross whistle in the soundtrack, or how do you call this, an instrument? Yeah, I know. This is Doom on the Xbox 360. It is what it is, unfortunately. Limbo, how low can you go? Well, this level tries to go as low as possible. It really does want to go to low. Huh. You can see my messages, but they just aren't appearing in the stream. I have no idea why that happens. So, basically how it works, Streamlabs takes this chat and it puts it on the screen. But for some reason, it misses some people's chats. And people have mentioned this in the past to me. And I know it happens because, like, my dad said that they were talking a few weeks back and I couldn't see their message because it just got gobbled up. So I don't know why that happens. I also think Discord sucks. I don't really like sitting on Discord because I think maybe I'll try. I don't want to make a server though. Some people have said to me like, why don't you make a server? And I'm like, it's just not something I want to do. I don't want to do it. No, 100% thought. Let's meet up there. Yeah, we'll meet up in hell. You take the Cyber Demon, I'll take the Spider Mastermind. GOG rules. GOG does indeed rule. Yes, there is actually a video going up tonight, like I mentioned. I was working on it this morning before I had to head out. So I'm going to be curious to see what people think about it, because it's one of those videos where it's kind of more technical than my usual kind of videos. Well, honest and clean version of Steam. I use Discord to promote my game a lot. I gained a lot of fans there just to promote my game. Nice, excellent. So I know that a lot of the big Doom tubers have their own Discord servers, but for me it's like I just don't want the hassle of trying to run one, because for me it's like that's a lot of work. So for Doom, oh, we can add each other on Steam. Yeah, sure. What I'll do when I'm done with this level, I will put that on a notepad, and then I'll do it after the stream. Wrong. I've played this level like a bajillion times, and I still get lost at these pillars. I need to hit the switch here. There it is. Head over here. In here. Grab the yellow key. Wow, okay, that really just bounced me right off there, didn't it? There we go. Let's plan one level's episode and see how it goes. Same, you can stray fun if you're good enough though. Well, that works too. The red key tells stuff is garbage. You're catching on a corner of the wall. Yeah, no, I saw that. I bounced right off the wall. That was not the intended plan, let me tell you. You can stray fun in PSX version 2. There's... Okay, that's not come up yet. Oh yeah, of course, I need to go around the outside, don't I? Excuse me. Like I said, I always get lost on this level. No matter how many times I pass through this level, I always forget about this one here. You can stray fun. I definitely said PS3 port is superior, but this was a great port for its time. Like I said, I've never actually been able to play the PS3 port officially. One day I will. I'll find a way to do it, but obviously I need to find a way to make that happen. Remember the shareware versions of this? I was talking about this earlier on, Godzilla. So for those who don't know, Godzilla's my real life brother. So when we were growing up, like, we had the shareware version of this on our PC. So we played the hell out of Knee Deep in the Dead. And that, like, that's why with Knee Deep in the Dead, I know every square inch of that, because we played that so much. And then we got Doom 2, and then we got this. So I only played this like long after I'd finished Doom 2. I'm pretty experienced with it. I could help you. So the thing is, I might call you on that at some point, because I am actually, I have looked into it. It's something that, like, I've looked into, and I've sort of, because I've got 2 PS3s, and I might do that to one of them. You are a rubbish, terrible boss. Final boss. You are a terrible final boss. Time for Soul Splash. I guess it's better than when you're right, Care. The retinal screens on the show version of stuff like Doom is always intriguing. Seeing a glimpse of the plasma rifle. Yeah, exactly. You have a Discord account. I can add you if you like. You can message me anytime. Give me a second. I'll just check. What is my Discord? See, this is how little I use it. I also said I would. Give me a second. I'll get something else in the chat. Right, because I said I would do this when I got to the end of. Just so you know, I am doing stuff on my PC on the other side. Oh, you get to listen to this. Aren't you all lucky? Was that always Wooting? I don't remember the Wooting. That's new. And what I'll do, I'll just get my Discord. So just to be clear, I don't really talk on Discord. Let me just see if I can get my username. Okay, so my username on there is literally that Nukem guy. So if you look for that Nukem guy, you'll find me with that. I don't remember this audio being so slow. That's why I'm letting it play through Studio. And there was wooting at the start of it. There was actual, like, wooting. That was so weird. I've never heard that. That was so weird. Yeah, MIDI playback is slow on this version. Yeah, but that doesn't explain the wooting that was going on, like the very low wooting that was like inserted in there. I was very confused. It was like Daisy was wooting at us, and I was like, what is this? Name of the rabbit on Doom? It's Daisy. Like, definitely Saturn wins this version when it came out, and I feel like it's sort of thing would have bothered me to the point of not playing it. I think it's because, like I said, this was designed for TVs, so maybe it's because like you were playing on a TV, you didn't think about it as much. Get rid of you. I interpreted the wooting as bird songs. It might have been bird songs, but I've never heard it before. Like, it's like when you realize something, like, after years of hearing it, it's like, was that always there? Maybe my memory isn't serving me well. How strange. Kay wins a cookie. Daisy. Daisy. Poor Daisy. She didn't deserve what she got. I have a feeling we're going to be redoing this level. If only the birds helped you deal with the archviles in Hunted. Please. Okay, I sent you a friend request on Discord. Yeah, no, that's fair. I'll when I log in next time. But that's the thing, I don't use Discord too much. So if I don't get back to you immediately, it's nothing to do with you. It's because I just don't use Discord. I get told off all the time for that. People are like, I should use Discord more, and I'm like, okay. After the rocket launcher. If you peek through this crack here, you can see the shotgunners early. There we go. That deals with them. How long is the second level going to take you? Probably longer than I want it to. Is the answer to that, Godzilla? Yeah, like endgame boss. It's massively altered. I like Doom 3 as well. Doom 3 is fine. Like the cop-out's answer, and I'll give it here, is because it is how I feel. I've always felt that Doom 3 was a great game, I just wish it hadn't been called Doom. I wish it had been its own little franchise. And I feel like everyone would have liked that a lot more. OG is better than BFG edition. Well, I mean, to be fair, that makes sense though, because BFG edition tried to water down the core experience, didn't it? So I can't aim for doodles. That rocket then just went flying right past. I remember once I grabbed this red key in this version. I remember I did it, and I wish I could do it again. Okay, just reading through the chat. Original has mods and HD mods. BFG version removes mod support. It does. BFG edition was a sad version of Doom. It was a very sad version of Doom. No. I was expecting bad... Okay, maybe I was right to expect bad things. We got this. We got this. It's showing the end screen in the entirely missing SNES, so you never get the reveal that Earth is destroyed. Is weird drum hitting in there as well? Right, so you just gotta be careful here because obviously we only have 3% health. We're near the end of the level, but I have this horrible feeling we're not going to make it there in one piece here. Even John Carmack despised BFG edition, I think. Well, the BFG edition was a cash grab. I mean, that's literally what it existed so that ZeniMax could make money off classic Doom. That's the only reason that got made. Crafty. Yeah, that was really crafty by that imp there, wasn't it? If I just run here, you know, we enter the next level with 3% health, which, you know... Okay, let's see what we can do with 3% health in a dream. I only bought it for collection purposes. Yeah, so I only have the BFG edition because I wanted all the physical copies of Doom on Xbox. So what I meant is the video I'm listening to, the actually has a couple of random drum hits that sound like they don't belong. BFG edition, they remove most part. I have every Doom probably in existence. Excellent! That's actually really cool. If I had the money for that, I definitely want to do that. I'd also want the hardware to play them on. So this is the folly of starting with 3% health. Unfortunately, there isn't a quick save and quick load option in this one. I have every Doom. I love Doom way too much. Nothing wrong with that. Doom's a great series. I mean, my favorite Doom 2 is my favorite game of all time. take down the Cacodemons. Episode 4 is hard. No, the first 2 levels of episode 4 are hard. I mean, and I wouldn't say they're good hard, I'd say they're more kind of constructed to be this way. It's fine. We'll get through it. I beat this on PlayStation 1 Doom on real hardware, and that was with like 10 frames in the entire thing, so we'll be fine. We will get through. If you weren't here for that, by the way, you know, bless you. playing through PS1 Doom with like 2 frames a second at points was pretty hilarious. Been killing demons since the day I was born. Well, for me, I mean, I've been playing Doom since I was 5. I want to say 5. My dad got a Maxwell, a Packard Bell, DOS PC, and that was kind of where we did all our gaming in our house. Until we got the PS1 and N64, then like everyone wants to play that. Kill the demons from hell. Exactly. And it was a good PC, to be fair. Like, we had it, I had that in my room when I was in high school, and to be fair, it was really, if it wasn't so hard to get parts for it, I'm sure we would have kept it. With a shotgun to the face. Exactly. I'm going to be saving liberally on this level. Take out our good friend the Baron from across the way here. I forgot to check your second stream. Did you encounter the overflow glitch? We didn't, unfortunately. We did try. We really tried on Suburbs to make it happen, but it just would not. It was actually being well behaved that day. With a shotgun to the face. You're gonna be serving liberally. No. Oh dear. Oh dear. What would you say is more unique arsenal? All fires in a... What would you say to a more... I really wouldn't mind secondary fire if they'd introduce secondary fires, but then again, Heretic did it really well as well. So it's like I wouldn't have minded if they'd done that approach. I have been toying with the idea of doing a 10 reasons why Heretic is better than Doom video, but I have a feeling that that people might not take the... Because the problem is some people take videos so literally. It's like, I'm not saying Heretic is better than Doom. I'm saying here's reasons why it could be better than Doom. Correction, you weren't aggressive enough. Yeah. God, the Lost Souls here are actually the worst part. I've also been behind me then was shooting. Come on. No! Oh, messed that up. I messed that up. That was me. That was my bad. I suppose, as a stretch, maybe you could argue this is some mine. He was mine. Doom Guy needs food badly. Doom Guy needs sustenance. Urgently. Urgently. I don't know if you noticed it, by the way. So, when I've played this Xbox 360 version of Doom 100 times over, backwards, forwards, all that way. I've never played it on Xbox 360 until today, and I've noticed that there's like very, very small stutters that happen, where the frame rate like completely kind of like dies. It's interesting. Rip. Yeah. What I did, waking up with as many monsters as possible without shooting, then getting the blue shell key. Crap at this shoot. Hey, if I'm crap, what does that make you? And don't you dare mention the fact that you're in the top 100 on Xbox 360 for Doom. I don't want to hear it. You can't live off that forever. I mean, you can, but like, you shouldn't. It's fun seeing enemies fight each other. Gotta love the audio. And ignoring the giant demons in front of you to pick the pinky 50 miles away. Then go up and BFG shots, like trick shots. Yeah. I'm gonna save here. There's a secret level in this one. There is indeed a secret level. When you get the BFG, you can get to the secret exit. Have you considered getting a text-to-speech to read messages for you? No, because people abuse that stuff, and I did have one at one point. And it's fun until people abuse it too much, and then we end up hearing Wolfenstein quotes directly from the mustache guy himself. Like, it's funny, it's funny what people can come up with. But but last time we had it, I think I had it on for like 2 weeks, and then I gave up on it because it was like exactly what you think happened started happening. I mean, like, oh my god. Maybe could be doing some heavy filtering. So, like I said, as the streams kind of become more kind of like developed, I am open to doing stuff like chat to text and all that. It's because I've done it in the past. Like, so I don't know if people know, I did stream over on Twitch for like 4 years. So the thing is, a lot of the stuff that streamers do, I've done in the past. It's just that I've not brought all that over to the YouTube side of things. Discord used to be in had text to speech, and we had to get rid of it because spam was erupted. Then someone made it read the talking asshole. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I see the funny side of it. It's not that I get annoyed by it, but the problem is, like, I think it kind of interrupts the game a bit too much. Yeah, I mean, that's one way to go about it, I think. That is definitely one way I could go about it. It's something to explore. Keep it simple and homey. Yeah, that's kind of the thing I'm thinking as well. Like, it's just because the more you add to a stream, the more things can break, the more people break, abuse stuff. Because I was watching was it last night? I was watching a stream of someone over on Twitch, and they had like emotes popping up. They had like musical cues going off every 5 seconds, and like it was like I was trying to watch the game, and it was like they were doing everything they could to stop me from like enjoying the game. Oh my god, where did you two come from? Oh my god, where did they come from? Hold up a minute. Hold up, I did not sign up for that. In case you can't see what happened there, the two Barons of Hell, they're in that little area. They've actually teleported to the start of the level. Now, I've never seen that happen. Oh, please. Doom Officer, maybe you could keep it, yeah, keep it simple and hold me. Doom often suffered from complexity and good and having complicated devil designs. And so I've never seen those Hell Knights go there. I've never seen them make their way to the start of the level. So that's new. That's a new thing that's happening here. Delightful. But yeah, I'm all about chill vibes. I'm not really about loud and shouty things. Like, I prefer like people just chill and enjoy the game and we have a chat, and because I'm not a big fan of like artificially kind of like, that's one of the reasons why I don't have little things that go off when people subscribe anymore, because it's just people get annoyed by it, especially when people start abusing it. But it might come back in the future, because I used to have a Duke Nukem alert. I used to love that Duke Nukem alert. Oh my god. I've always found Doom 64's levels very easy to navigate. The layouts are much better. I think it's because they had to be very tight. I think it's because they had no option but to be very tight. Oh yeah, so the Barons from here have made their way to the opening of the level. Huh, that's pretty funny. So it means now we've got Barons over there who are going to be doing that for a little bit. I don't mind it. I think if you're playing on PC, there's obviously better options, I think. But I don't think it's a bad modern Sourceport. I just think that you know, I don't use it because for me there's no real point in using it, because all the stuff I do with Doom I already have like source ports for. I need to get rid of you. We got this. We got this. We got this. We've not got this. We've not got this. Oh no. Oh no, that's a lot of Cacodemons. Ideally, I would have grabbed the BFG, which is what I'm going to do now, actually. Yeah, I have never seen the Barons go to the start of a level like that. That was a new one on me. That was definitely a new one on me. Right, so obviously we can go to the secret level, which I'll do for the sake of saying we've been there. When I first telefied the Cyberdoom, somehow managed to clip it out of it and just locked in the tight space, and it blew up on me. This is pretty lazy and gimmicky map, to be honest. It really throws away any kind of consistency just to make it cool. I agree with that. I don't like I think people got the impression I didn't like this episode from that video I made, and to be fair, they weren't wrong. We've made it all the way to Fear. So the trick with this level is you don't want to hang around too long in it. You just kind of want to get through it as quickly as possible because it's a pretty rubbish level. That Pinky was annoying me. Go. Let's go. Even a moment, it was basically just something he whipped up in a few hours. Oh wow, some real level design. Not the 6 AM fever dream John Road hopped up on caffeine. I mean, if you don't like Romero's level designs, that's fair. I think he has some great levels in here, so I don't think it's like he's a bad level designer. But I do think that like he indulges some really weird ideas. Thank you. John can make good levels, but he can also get way too horny for just making whatever random shit. Yeah, and I think that's the big problem with him. I think the thing is he has great ideas, and then he gets a bit too excited making the levels, not understanding that not everyone is a Doom god. Well, that was a bad idea, wasn't it? Kind of just want to get out of this level, to be honest. I only came here to say we've been here. I didn't really actually want to stay here. The joys of using a controller is that like twitchy controls are a thing. There's always chaotic, but there's a solid design to it. But yeah, this would have done well as a knee deep in the dead level. Putting it as like a secret level for me was always a bit silly. I did all that just to shoot myself in the face with a barrel. I played Doom with control and fell quickly. Yeah, the thing is when you're raised to play Doom with a keyboard and mouse, it's very hard to kind of unlearn all the things that you do on keyboard. Where's everyone? I don't know. I think people are just chilling. That's it. You all go and fight over there. Don't bother me. I'm just trying to climb this box. Okay. 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 Please don't knock me off. I wanted that barrel destroyed there because I was terrified someone was going to shoot it. I don't know why I came to this level. No, so the thing with this episode is that it was made in 1995. It was used as the big incentive to get people to buy Doom at retail. And obviously by this point, they were really not that bothered by Doom. They'd already kind of moved on. But it kind of means that like this doesn't really have its own sorts of music. Rip. I'm so old, I remember using just the keyboard. Yeah, so that's how we used to play, because back on DOS, like the mouse controls were so bad. Like it's hard to really explain to people who weren't there, but like with the old rollerball mouses, like it was just nasty. It was nasty work. Altered strafe. Yes. Holding down the shift key to run, like having to like dedicate like a finger to keeping it on the shift key, otherwise you'd walk everywhere. You was crap at it then. Like, funnily enough, when I was a kid, when I played the Showa version of Doom, I didn't realize you could run. And then that second level in Doom, you know, where you've got to jump over to the house where all the shotgunners are, in the second level, I could not figure out for the life of me what you were meant to do there. And I didn't realize there was a run button. But rather than rush this section of the level, I'm just going to take my time, get rid of the barrels. There we go. Big problem dealt with. When I try and rush, it all goes wrong, so why bother? Because I'm using a controller, I'm just making sure I'm lining this up right. Because once you've kind of committed to running forward in a direction, you're kind of committed to it on narrow walkways like this. Right. So before we leave this level, because we can leave this level now, I'm going to save here. I want to get as much cell ammo as I can for the next levels. There's really no need to ever come to this level, by the way. If you're watching this thinking, oh, this level looks fun, it's not that fun, trust me. Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely. You know, you can get out of the way if you want. Thank you. My LCD forbids me to skip any item. I'm so forced to do everything. No, I don't, other than that no hit run where like I basically force myself to kill everything, I don't like playing Doom in that way. So for me, that was kind of very unnatural. No. How many times you died then? Too many. I beat SMB1, me small. Technically, you can't get 1,000. Get rid of these shotgunners. That imp could not have chosen a worse time to pop its head out there. Hey Yoshi Chief, how you doing? How you doing? You excited for our archipelago next weekend? For those who don't know, by the way, next weekend, me and Yoshi Chief, we're going to be doing an archipelago, which will see me playing Doom, and Yoshi Chief will be playing. Is it Super Mario? Have you decided yet? Unless you damage yourself on purpose, which is risky. Yeah, I don't really like that kind of high risk tactic because it never usually pays off for me as I need it to. He says, grabbing the rocket launcher and shooting in close quarters. Yeah, no, and also Vitan and Spectre showed off in their video. But yeah, it's funny because we were literally talking earlier that day about doing a joint stream for Archipelago, so I'm going to show that off. It'll be fun because you'll get to see lots of Doom, because I'll have to be really good at Doom that day, otherwise Yoshi's going to get stuck playing Super Mario 64. That's what I'm doing next week. You're going on holiday, aren't you? That's on beach drinking cocktails. I'll alert the lifeguard. What does that mean in this instance? A what? So Archipelago is basically Archipelago is a game mod that basically lets you play multiple games, and you unlock things within each of the games. So, for example, in Doom, I don't get all the keys because they're not all in the levels. I can only use certain keys when they're given to me, or I find the item. And it could be in my game, it could be in Yoshi's game, it could be in any sort of. So the idea is that all the items get messed around with. It's great fun. Like it's a lot of fun, and it's a good way of kind of freshening up the Doom experience a bit. If you want to see a good video on it, Vitan did a great freeway archipelago with Heretic and the Doom games. Yeah, no. So just a second, because I think if you give me a second. If you give me a second, I will get Vitan's video up for you. Because it's probably, because the thing is, when me and Yoshi, because when I played it a long time back, it was done in a different style. So I think his video is probably the best. There you go. Yeah. There you go. I'm going to put it in the chat for you now. Give me a second. Yeah. There you go. I'm going to put it in the chat for you. There you go. So if you click on that, that's a pretty good summarization of what it is. But yeah, I did a video on it way back, like November, December last year, and then I've never done anything with it. But Yoshi wants to do. We wanted to do a joint stream for a while, so we figured it'd be fun. Yeah, no, definitely. But it's funny because we were literally talking about it like 2 hours before I saw Vitan's video go up, and I was like, wow, the universe is really small. Like, but it's good. It's a good way of you playing games you like with friends and them playing games that they like. So, for example, if like Yoshi's not a huge Doom fan, so it means that we can play. I can play Doom and help him while he's playing Mario or Legend of Zelda. Also, I did not mean to just jump out that window. That was really stupid. Yeah, it's really fun, and it's good because it'll last a while, I think. So it's not like it's going to be super easy. Spot Diablo 2 Resurrected, excellent. So I've never played a Diablo game. Tell me about it. What's good about Diablo Resurrected? You can add that to the list of games that I've played that would disappoint, that me not playing has disappointed you with. It's a nice looking authentic part of Diablo 2. As good remakes the OG cinematics too, although I still like the OG cinematics. Although to be fair, when I play games like that, I kind of like how crispy some of the older graphics are. So maybe it's all in the eye of the beholder, isn't it? Diablo is just like Doom. Great, honestly. There was Diablo 1 on PS1, wasn't there? Yes, there was. And I think I played it I must have played it at some point, because I remember our cousin had like Command and Conquer on PS1 and we ended up with that. And I think we played Diablo at some point and I didn't like it too much on PlayStation. I mean, to be fair, like, you can't really expect much from PS1 RTS games. Although I will say Red Alert, Command & Conquer Red Alert on PS1, surprisingly good. Do you remember that one, Godzilla? I don't know if you're old enough to remember. We used to play that a lot back in the day. Diablo is an incredible game. To be fair, I played the original Command & Conquer on N64. I've never played the N64 version. Down to play it though, wouldn't mind it. That was awkward too. So I think the PlayStation version, you could use the PlayStation mouse, but we never had a PlayStation mouse, so it was always D-pad controls for us. That's a good selection of games. I remember it well. Ah, good. I'm glad you remember it. Yeah, because I remember because it was your PlayStation, and I remember that we had all, because our cousin who we used to go and see in Wigan, they used to get games and then they'd give us games because they didn't like them. They did. I don't think they'd ever heard of the concept of trading in, but that's how we ended up with like Doom on PS1. That's how we ended up with Crash Bandicoot 1 on PS1. You know, one of my favorite games of all time. So, not complaining. I'm just saying. Dave didn't believe it in spending money. No, Dave did not. I love our dad to bits, but he did not believe in buying new games unless it was Christmas or your birthday. So if you wanted a new game, you had to wait until your birthday. And my birthday, okay, I'm not going to tell you when my birthday is exactly, but it's in January. So you can imagine, I get new games at Christmas, I get new games in January, and then that's it for the rest of the year, unless I saved up myself. Yeah, so Big Dave did not believe in mid-year spending. Diablo, you use a sword and sorcery. Also dodgy Dave, because I will forever remember when we got Doom 2 on PlayStation 1, the title screen was corrupted because I don't know what happened, but the copy that my dad got from a friend at work was an unofficial copy, and the title screen was corrupted, and that's how I remember the title screen, because because for years that was the only thing that, you know, I had reference to. He wasn't born in February 20. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, but it sucks. It does suck a bit though, because like I'd have a birthday, I'd have Christmas, I'd have a birthday, and then I knew I wasn't getting any more games. I knew like I was not getting another game until like December. Doom guy turns faster if you hold sprint in this version. We can test that out now. Actually, I'll test it out in a safer space. Let me just finish this level. We don't need the keys. Who needs keys? Let me just test. So I can show you this now. Shipton Craig. So if I kill this guy. So yeah, you can see that's without holding sprint. So that's without holding sprint. And that's with holding sprint. So yeah, if you hold sprint in this version, you actually turn faster. It's a pain that's like so unique, Puds, isn't it? Luckily we had a game station that opened in town, and they were really good for trading prices. So eventually I was able to kind of start getting games in on the fly. But then me and Godzilla, we'd always trade in games like a week after we got them. So sometimes you'd like, I want to play a bit longer, but then you want to buy a new game. I thought I missed that feature. Yeah, no, thanks for letting me know that. To be fair, I have my finger held down on the run button just so much here, so I didn't notice that. Oh, no, not you. Funny thing is, once we've done this level, we'll pretty much be beaming towards the end of this one. Can you just not? I think that's kind of messed me up a bit. Because Romero loves... oh no, it's not. Okay, we're fine. We're okay. I didn't get the choice to enjoy them. Just finish it and move on to the day. To be, I remember, like, I remember I had a ton of GameCube games, and then once the game station opened up in our local town, it was just like, nope, all these games, they are nothing but credit to me. They are nothing but credit to me. So unfortunately, one of Romero's like big obsessions is pain floors. Romero loves putting pain floors in and not giving you a rad suit. So that's why I'm doing what I was just doing there. But let me tell you, when I did my no-hit run of this level, these enemies over here were the actual bane of my existence. And you, I remember you, yes, you. Because there's a shotgunner in the middle there that only wakes up like once you've kind of walked. There's a shotgunner here, there, and he wakes up and he wanders forward and he always gets you. I remember you, you pain in the ass. I don't think this level was too bad, to be honest. This wasn't even one of the worst levels for trying to do no-hit runs on. The problem is it was like 3 years ago now, so like I really should recreate that video. I really should do it again. Because some people said I did it with like AI and such, which would have been fine if I hadn't done it on Twitch. If I hadn't like recorded some of them while on Twitch. And yes, that one. Because the funny thing is, if you watch that video, you'll actually hear the Twitch alerts going off sometimes, because that's how I recorded a lot of those videos. Because I did it, because back then, like, I wasn't able to record and take out the Twitch alerts. So if you watch that video, sometimes you'll hear Duke Nukem randomly saying stuff. And also, fun fact, I have got the first 7 levels of Doom 2. Oh no, sorry, first 8 levels of Doom 2 recorded for a no-hit run. They've literally been sat on my hard drive for the last, like, 2 years? But I just don't want to do a full run. And I don't want to post it because then people will ask me to finish the run. There we go. Oh, no, didn't mean that. Did not mean that. grab the blue key. So I grabbed all those rockets because I'm not going to use the rocket launcher against the cyber demon. That's not really the play I'm going to go with at the end of the level, so I may as well make use of them here. Okay. I'm going to save here because I don't want to do all that again, please. Please, thank you. So I'm just going to launch a bunch of rockets in there. Get rid of you. So, at some point in the past, I remember doing an accidental wall grab against this wall here, and grabbing the red key. I don't know how I did it. I've never been able to repeat it, but I wish I could. I wish I knew how to do that. It'd be a very useful skill to have. I want to wake all the enemies up here because I want them to... I don't want to have to fight them down in the lava. I'd rather fight them up here. Enjoy being smacked in the face with that rocket. So running over here. Oh, gosh, okay. That nearly went very badly. There's some shotgunners up there. That's who did all that damage to me. There you go, we dealt with that problem. So you're probably wondering why I went for that rad suit rather than the rad suit right next to the teleporter. And the simple answer is that it makes it easier when I come back here to get the red key if I can just grab that one, because I don't know how much health I'll have at that point. I thought I killed everything in there. Never mind. In we go. And thou more last when thy flesh are consumed. Yes, thy flesh consumed. Although make sure it's well done, because you don't want to get food poisoning from that flesh. Ooh. That was meant to be a save. So we're going to do this the fun way. Grab the rad suit there. There we go. Now we can run out here. So on PC, just behind the Cacodemon. Now on 360, this is going to be a bit more difficult. Oh, it's not. Apparently it's not. Apparently I'm just going to do it first time. You know, yay. Yay for that. That never happens. That's fun. It's weird. You get people saying Doom 4 is better than Eternal. Now you get people saying Eternal is better than Dark Ages. Well, that's because it's recency bias. People don't like the new thing. Oh, I think his... Hold up, did his dead body just, like, drop all the way down? Oh. It did. I think his dead body, I think the Cyber Demon's body actually flew all the way down. That's pretty funny. We've got 2 more levels to go, and Hell Followed is not a difficult level by any stretch of the imagination. We don't have much in the way of health, so I do need to be a tiny bit careful. We're probably going to die many times here because I have no health at all. No worries, James. There's every chance I'm going to die a lot here anyway. Yeah, we've almost completed this little run of Doom on Xbox 360, which is pretty cool. Oh, didn't mean to drop down there. Did not mean to do that. That was a mistake. I needed that health. So we're so close to the end here, we don't really want to kind of mess this up. Your on-screen chat got stuck, mate. Yeah, so unfortunately, like I said, it's very buggy, and there's not much I can really do about that except... a second. There you go. Try typing something now. Unfortunately, I'm kind of at the mercy of the software on that one. Maybe I should get more health before going out. I know there's a berserk pack literally down the stairs. Might do that actually. VR trial. Yeah, there you go. It's back. Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes the software just breaks. Like all good things, it just kind of has its moments. Free civvy. There's another good Doom content creator. Like about an hour and a half ago, we were talking about good Doom content creators. There's one. Although he's more of a boomer shooter content creator because he kind of focuses on other boomer shooters, which is good. Variety is the spice of life. Welcome back, James. We were talking about... I always love how that switch just doesn't work, by the way. Lots. Ooh, there we go. It may seem random, but I wonder how severe an impact of cosmic radiation has on things like software and bugs. I mean, if a bad solar flare hits us on any given day, you know, it would absolutely fry modern society. Nice, excellent, James. I'll race you to the end. Hello. Goodbye. But yeah, the reason I do that is because there's no real point in hanging around to fight. This level's not long at all. And, you know, we're so close to the end, we might as well kind of go with some speed. What's your favorite map designer? I don't really, so I've talked about this before. I don't really bother with like the map designer discussion because I just more vibe with the levels, to be honest. But then like there are certain, like Romero, for example, I recognize that they have like tendencies to put paint floors everywhere. So, but you say that yours is definitely American McGee. I don't think his levels are bad. I know some people don't like what he does, but I think that, you know, let's go. I'm so desperate to go that I just blasted you with a BFG. I actually pressed that at the wrong time there, but that worked out pretty nicely. I'm stood there waiting for the bridge to come up and I haven't pressed the switch for it. And that is majority here, Sandy Pizza Maps. And that is Doom 1 on the Xbox 360. So, what can we say about this version? Well, obviously the music is played back a lot slower, so I know some people do not like that. In terms of features, it's got everything you'd want from a Doom experience, I think. It's got all the Ultimate Doom levels, and honestly, I think it's really good. All these years later, I'm still impressed by just what a solid package this was, and it was only 800 Microsoft points back in the day, so it wasn't even that expensive to buy off the arcade. That was a cool port. Yeah, so what I'll probably do the Doom 2 port. Not next week, probably the week after. And then I'll probably do No Rest for the Living with that. So that'll probably be a slightly longer sort of experience. But, I mean, I can sort of show it off a little bit here anyway. But you can see that there is actually multiplayer here. Now, you can have Xbox Live and you can have split screen. Now, you're probably wondering why is Xbox Live blanked out. It's because on Xbox One, it does not like you playing original these Xbox 360 games if you don't own them outright. Now, the thing is, on this account, I don't actually own Xbox Live Arcade, Plutonia on Xbox. Unfortunately, Plutonia never made its way over to Xbox 360. It did show up on PS3 in the Classic Collection Complete, but it never officially appeared as part of a retail package on Xbox 360, which always baffled me. But yeah, you can do cooperative or deathmatch in the multiplayer, and there are obviously achievements. And obviously, I've never bothered to get the Xbox Live achievements. What I'm going to do here quickly, just going to see, will Doom 2 work if I ask it to very nicely? It'd be neat if the game had bot support. Yeah, I agree. I feel like, yeah, that's definitely a So you can see this is the Xbox 360 port of Doom 2. What a mess, I'm back with food. Well, we just finished Ultimate Doom on the Xbox 360, so I'm very quickly going to jump into Doom 2 here. They're basically the same port. Everything that the original Doom had, Doom 2 gets, and this also gets No Rest for the Living, which, in my opinion, makes the package worthwhile. Oh, I see. It's gonna be fiddly. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to do a bit of jiggery pokery here to get this working. So what I'm gonna do. Right. Well, we're not doing that. Let me have a think quickly. That was the best stream. Oh, thanks, James. Yeah, this is Doom 2 on the Xbox Live Arcade. It's a very, very, very fun version of Doom 2. And obviously it comes with all the bells and whistles that you'd expect. It has No Rest for the Living and such. And like I said, when we get to the stream, not next week, the week after, I will definitely be playing this. Just so that then I can say I've finished all the PlayStation, the Xbox 360 Dooms. But yeah, in terms of other releases, there is the BFG editions. I don't think I'm going to play those on stream, because I think that already those, we've basically played them. I probably want to do the Super Nintendo version at some point. I also want to do Quake 64 on stream. That's something I'm working towards. And yeah. Yes, this is my Xbox One. This is my Xbox One dashboard. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap things up there, I think. Is today's stream is a bit shorter than normal, and obviously that's because we started a bit later. But I will be streaming on Wednesday. Wednesday will be the Retro Roulette. We're going to be playing Mario Kart, probably for the first 2 hours, and then we'll do a retro roulette wheel and pick a game for the back half of that stream. Doom 64 would also be a good idea. Do you consider Sigil official? I consider it official now that they've put it in that bundle. If they hadn't put it in the bundle, I probably would have said no to that question. But because they've put it in the bundle, with all the other official games, I think it's official now. Much like Sigil 2, I think once that's happened, it's kind of canon. super shotgun sound. Yeah, Doom 64 as well. I will play that. Although if I was doing that, I would play it on the original N64 because I think that I want to show off the differences. Yeah, no, thank you, Puds. And yeah, so I'm going to end things there. Thank you so much for everyone who's watched. It's been really, really fun. Pluton was made official by the same way. Yeah, exactly. And Doom 64 was made official by the same way. So it seems to be like if it ends up in the collection, it's official. But yeah, I'm going to sign off now. It's been really, really fun. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. And I will catch you on Wednesday. There is a video going up in about 15 minutes. I can show you because you're here, because you're being nice and you're here. I can actually show you. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, there it is. So this is the video that's going up tonight. I know. Thanks for the great content. No worries, no worries. So this is the video that's going up tonight. It's basically a level comparison that goes bit by bit in PS1 Doom and PC Doom. And as you can see, like, I had great fun trying to keep these in sync with each other. So much, like, and I say fun, I'm replacing that for other words. But yeah, you can see, like, it's basically showing off what the PS1 version of and the Jaguar levels look like next to the. So yeah, that took a lot of work. It's good. It was good fun to make, and yeah, that's going up in about 15 minutes. So if you want to, I mean, if that's your thing, check it out. If it's not, don't worry about it. But yeah, right. I'm going to end the stream there. Have a good one, and thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate your time. That's a cool level comparison. Yes, like I said, that's going up in about 15 minutes. And I don't really talk much in it because I kind of keep switching the sound back and forth, but I do guide through it. So it should be fun. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on Wednesday.